Hello. Hi. What's your favorite anime? Mine is Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. You know, the one with the stands and the magic electric fighting martial art and the Zawardo joke and the funny haha roundabout joke and one of the dankest collections of dank memes ever to be created by mankind. Yeah, that Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. I'll assume most people here are familiar with this by now, but when a person watches or reads JoJo for the first time, it has been dictated by most of the JoJo community that every part must be absorbed in chronological order in order to get the full story and appreciate it in its entirety. Meaning that you must watch every single episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in order to completely understand the fundamental principles of the torture dance. And spoilers, there's absolutely no reason behind it! Now, what personally irks me and quite a few other people in the JoJo community are what we call part skippers. These people will intentionally skip over JoJo parts in order to get to the main points of action or to get to the part where their friend is on. By the way, if you tell your friend to skip JoJo parts because of you, you're a disgrace to the ground you walk on. Anyways, the main two parts that people skip are parts 1 and 2. For part 2, I could kind of understand why people would want to skip it, as it has nearly no bearing on the later parts of JoJo. However, it does elaborate on the use of Hamon, especially in parts 1 and 2, because stands were nothing more than a fever dream in the back of Araki's mind back then. Hamon is definitely an important part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So important, in fact, that it was used up until the end of part 3, even during Joseph Joestar's final battle with Dio. However, if a person watching part 3 were to watch some scenes that looked like this...
連続して自分の体に波紋を流し、ガードしているな。
It wouldn't really make much sense to them what was going on, and as a result, the scene as a whole would carry far less weight as opposed to someone who knows the context of these scenes and how they come into play here. For someone who skipped past all else into parts 4 or 5, the effects of part skipping are painfully obvious. And Yaba, a character introduced in part 3, is given scenes in both part 4 and part 5, but with no context behind her character and what her ties are to the story. Part skipping is also a problem when taking into the account the cameos of Polnareff, Jotaro, and Koichi scattered throughout the duration of Golden Wind. But I feel like in terms of JoJo references, I really don't need to continue on. Let's actually talk about what you miss out on by part skipping instead. By skipping part 1, you miss out on the following: Jonathan Joestar screaming Dio every 10 seconds, an Italian man played by a Japanese man saying the words "hey baby" and "nice catch" in English, Kono Dio da, bread jokes, the most unbeatable attack ever because this guy said it was because no one has ever been able to beat it. Whoops. Real life Frogger, flowers growing on trees, and also the Rees. And by skipping part 2, you miss out on Coke bullets, Aztec surfers, beetle stomachs, the Third Reich actually being portrayed by Japanese media, a vehicle playing a rock song, it was Roundabout in the dub, oh no, clacker volleys, and last but not least, you missed out on the beauty of Joseph Joestar. I'd say that alone is a really big loss for you. To be quite serious though, there's a lot in part 1 and part 2 that make the series worth watching a lot more than some of the scenes and parts that come after these. But I'd rather not include them for the sake of not spoiling potential newcomers to the JoJo series. But you know what I do have in mind? Just one more gripe, yeah? I'm really fucking pissed that David Pro has to announce part 6 in fucking April! Why couldn't it be sooner, huh? I mean, seriously, dude. Oh my friggin' god!